Hey, what's up? I'm Beth and this is Star Makeup, and today we are going to create 3 different looks using the Lurella Cosmetics Moroccan palette. I fell in love with this when I saw it on Instagram. I bought it on launch. I already have a first impressions on this palette, which I will link up in the cards. This is what the palette looks like. So we are just going to play around and create 3 different looks with this palette. So let's get into look number 1. Okay, so look number 1. What I was thinking about doing today was playing with this purple in my crease, and then this green on the lid. So that is what I'm planning to do. I'm going to start off with the Eddie Funkhauser domed blending brush, and I'm going to pick up that purple shade, and I'm just going to run that like inner to outer corner. I'm using the P. Louise eye base in the shade Rumor 01 today, and because this is a 3 look video, I'm going to try as hard as I can to not be chatty, because it is a nightmare to edit those, and like to edit these 3 look videos and have them not end up being like at least half an hour long. So I'm gonna try to just say what you guys need to know to be able to do the look. I've got that in the crease, inner to outer corner. I am going to go back over it one more time and do like some small circular motions just to get it like started blending out. I'm going to switch to this Wet n Wild brush. It's from the Bretman Rock collection. It doesn't have a name on it. And I'm going to go back and forth between this pink and this kind of cream shade up there in the corner, because I don't want it to be that pink. I want to kind of dull it down a little bit. So I'm just going to mix it with that light shade, and then I'll get a nice lighter pink. I'm just going to just kind of very lightly go around the edge of this. I'm going to clean this brush off, and I'm just going to pick up just the white, and there is still a little bit of pink in the pan from me like dipping back and forth, so it's not going to be just that like white cream shade. There will be a tiny bit of pink in there. And then I'm just going to go real lightly, basically just in this outer portion. I'm going to take my ColourPop E3 and my NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to spread that across my lid by my lash line, and then just take the brush right around my eye. Okay, so now I'm going to take this green shade, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to try to get that as close to the middle of my lid as I can, and then I'm gonna stick it in my crease and kind of work it back and forth. And then I'm just gonna pull the sides down to make that kind of triangle shape. Something kind of like that. It's not perfect, but I'm still working on the technique for this type of halo eye. Okay, so now I'm going to take this Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH48, I believe it says. It's either 48 or 46. The lettering is not good on this at all. And I'm going to go into this white cream shade shimmer that's next to the green. I'm just going to put that kind of right in the middle. I'm hoping that it'll just kind of add just a little bit of lightness to the center of the eye. Doesn't seem to be really working out that way though. I'm just gonna kind of tap around the edges a little bit to get it to kind of blend into the green. Yeah, I don't know that that was like the best choice, but it's not terrible either. I'm going to clean that brush off, and I'm gonna go into this shimmer shade. I'm gonna kind of like make a diagonal line up the side of the green, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of further sharpening that like triangular kind of shape. And then of course I'm gonna do it on the other side. So I'm gonna go back with that green shimmer, and I'm just gonna kind of tap right over where that green and that like kind of reddish purple shade meet, just to kind of blend them just a little bit. Now I'm gonna go back with that Eddie Funkhauser Dome Blending Brush, and I'm gonna pick more of that purple up, and I'm actually going to also tap into this blue, like 2 really light taps, just because I want it to be just a little bit darker, but I don't want to alter the color that much. And then I'm just going to kind of fill in this little gap that we've got in the outer corner here. I'm gonna clean the brush off again and do the exact same thing to do the inner corner. So, I mean, I think that looks pretty good. It's not exactly how I had envisioned it. I actually really like the way that this looks with this blue added to it. I think that blue actually gave it an interesting look. I'm gonna wipe that brush off and do that one more time, because I just want to make sure that there isn't any like shimmer on the brush left, like that it would have picked up from hitting that shimmer. And I'm gonna tap it off pretty good, and then very lightly, because this brush has a pretty decent point on it, I'm really lightly going to kind of blend right above where that lid is cut. I'm gonna go back with this brush, and I'm not gonna add any more product to it. And I'm just gonna blend that outer edge. Okay, so lower lash line. I'm going to take this Zoeva 230 Luxe pencil brush. I actually just got this. This is gonna be my first time using it. And I'm just gonna pick up some of that blue and some of that purple. I'm just gonna put that, you know, inner and outer lower lash line. Then I'm gonna go back with the Wet n Wild brush, and I'm gonna do a little bit of the pink and a little bit of the white. I'm just going to blend that out. I'm gonna clean this brush off and then just run it clean around the outer edge. I'm gonna clean off this Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, and I'm gonna pick up that like light, almost white shimmer first. I'm gonna try to put that kind of in the middle. Then I'm gonna wipe the brush off again and pick up some green and put that to either side of that white shimmer, and then clean the brush off again and pick up that kind of like burgundy shimmer and just put a little bit of that next to the green. To finish the eye look off, I am going to take this purple shimmer, and I cleaned off that Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, and then I'm just going to just kind of pack that right into the tear duct area. You could also use a matte shade because you did the shimmer on the lid and everything, but I don't know, I like the shimmer on my inner corner too. You could definitely go in with the shade on your inner corner instead. You might even be able to get away with doing that yellow. That might be a really interesting way to add a pop of color, another pop of color, I guess is the way I should say that. Yeah, that could be really cool too. So just a couple of other options to give you there if you don't want to do the shimmery inner corner. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to recreate this on the other eye, throw on all my other stuff, and I will be back to show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the finished look. I love it. I wasn't sure how I felt about it until I got the lashes and the lipstick on. Don't really enjoy the formula of this lipstick, but I think it really like took the look up just a little bit, you know what I mean? It made it, how do I want to explain it? The lips being super dramatic just made the dramatic eyes make more sense. If I would have gone in with like a neutral lip, it would have looked ridiculous. I think so anyway. So let's see. I used the NYX Faux Blacks in the shade Midnight in my waterline. Of course, I used my L'Oreal Telescopic on my lower lashes. I used the e.l.f. Faux Mink lashes in the style Troublemaker. And on my lips, I used the Milani Anti-Feathering Lip Liner. And then the Milani Matte Satin. And this is in the shade Sorceress. This was from their like Halloween collection, and I hadn't used it. I bought it when I bought one of those Halloween palettes that they did, and I haven't used it yet, so I was like, well let's try it. I don't know. I have another one. I actually have two. I have a black one also. But this one I have worn before, and I really liked the way this one felt. And this also says it's the Amore Satin Matte Lip Cream. So I don't know what the difference is with the nude shade and the purple. I still haven't used the black yet, so we'll see how that one is at some point in time. But yeah, I liked the way this felt. This feels like really dry. I don't like it. So yeah, that's it for look number one. Let's move on to look number two. Okay, so look number two. Just so you know, if anything looks weird, this is my second look for the day. So I just removed my eye makeup from the previous look, face makeup is kind of the same. I touched it up and tweaked it a little bit, but yeah, so you might see a little bit of green around my eyes. Just ignore that. So today what I'm thinking is I'm going to go in with this orange, blend it out with this yellow. I want to put this on the lid, and I might have to throw like maybe a pink or a brown in the outer corner to deepen it up. We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. So I just got a couple of brushes in my Ipsy bag, so I am going to try some of those out. So this is the Firma 201 brush. So I'm going to take that and go into Atlas, which is that orange. I am going to put that in inner to outer corner in my crease. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to deepen it up yet or not. So then one of the other brushes that I got is the Firma 403. So I'm going to use that with Arabic yellow, and I'm just going to use that to blend out the orange. I actually really like the way that this is looking. So I'm just gonna go back with this brush and pick up more of that orange and just kind of go back in and re-intensify that and kind of blend that into the yellow, and then I'll decide if I think we need to deepen it up. Just gonna switch back, no additional product. I think this is gonna be fine just the way that it is. So I think we can go ahead and cut out the crease. So I'm going to take my NYX glitter primer, and this is actually a ColourPop E4. It's a little bit bigger, like wider than the E3 is. I think it's a little longer too, but I think it should have the same effect. It should work fine even though it's bigger. I just don't have anything clean right now that's the right size. Just kind of put that across my lid. And then I'm just going to take this right around my eye. Now I'm going to take this. This is the Pigment Packer from MOTD. And I'm going to go into that like weird blue shade. I am just going to pretty much put that across my whole lid. Okay, so I did leave a little bit in the outer corner open. I'm just gonna go back with that original brush that we used with the orange, and I am just going to kind of pack that right in that very outer part of my lid. So I'm going to take the ColourPop E10, and I'm going to pick up this shade. I'm just going to run that like halfway across my lower lash line. So I'm going to take this brush that we used with the yellow. I'm going to wipe it off, and then I'm going to pick up this shade, and then I am going to run that along this kind of turquoisey shade. I'm going to clean off this little pointed ColourPop brush. First, I'm going to pick up this gold shade. I'm going to put that in the front portion of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to clean the brush off again. And then I'm going to go into the shade, which is this really interesting duochrome. So I'm just packing that into inner corner of my eye. I think I'm also going to take this like right over top of where the green and orange meet. I think that's going to be it. I'm not going to throw any more weird colors into the mix. So I think I'm going to hop off camera, recreate this on the other eye, throw on all my other details, and I will be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the completed look. I decided that I wasn't going to mess around with lashes because, like I said, this is my second look of the day, third video. I just want to be done and I still have editing to do. So I just threw, I got a new liner that was going to go perfect with this. So this is the NYX Epic Wear in the shade Orange Zest. And this is freaking adorable. I love this. Ulta had like 5 times points when you buy any of these things, and then a huge list, and the Epic Wear liners were in there. And I saw that orange and I was like, ooh, I don't have an orange liner like that. So I grabbed it and I freaking love it. So I did, I'm knocking shit over. I did the Milk Kush Mascara on my top lashes, and then of course my L'Oreal Telescopic on the lower lashes. And then my lip combo is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Minute Man. And this is new too, and I'm so glad I grabbed it. This is the Lunar Beauty lip gloss, and this is in the shade Starlight. This was on sale on Beauty Bay for like $9, and I was like, okay, because I haven't tried Lunar Beauty yet, and I really, really want to, but they're expensive, so I got what was on sale, and I think it's really cute. Like, I really like it. It's super comfortable. So yeah, so I don't know, this look was a little crazy, but I actually really like how it turned out. So let me know in the comments what you think. So this is it for look number 2. Let's move on to look number 3. Okay, last look. So what I was thinking of doing today is another halo eye, and I want to go in with this green and then probably this yellow in the crease, and then I wanted to play with this gold shade on the lid, and of course I'll probably use another shimmer too. I just haven't really decided which one I'm going to use yet. So I am going to start off with this. This is a Lurella brush. I know that much, but everything is rubbed off of it, so I can't tell you what it is. It's just like a small little crease brush. So I'm going to pick up that green shade, which is called Mint Tea. And I am just going to put that in my crease, inner to outer corner. I'm going to take this ColourPop E1, and no product on it. I'm just going to leave it clean. And I'm just going to go around just the edges of this green just a little bit. I'm going to take the ColourPop E2 and I'm going to dip in to that yellow shade. And then I'm just going to run that through my crease and further blend the green out. I'm going to go back into this first brush, that crease brush, and I'm gonna pick just a small amount of that green up, and then I just want to kind of blend some of this green back in to make sure that the intensity is still there. And then back with this brush, no additional product, just to make sure that that blend is still really nice. So now I'm going to take my ColourPop E3, my NYX glitter primer. I'm going to put a little bit of that onto the brush. I'm going to kind of pat this onto my lid, and then I'm going to run the brush kind of through my crease. I'm going to take this e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush and I'm going to pick up that gold shade, tap that onto the middle of my lid, and then I'm going to actually kind of wiggle the brush back and forth in my crease, not all the way inner to outer though. And then I'm just gonna pull that shadow kind of down to the middle. So I'm gonna take this Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush. It's just like a real small flat brush. It's the JH48, I think it says. The number's a little screwed up. And I'm going to pick up this blue shimmer, and I'm just going to pat that right on top of that yellow gold shade and make that triangle shape even more defined. So I picked up a little bit more of that gold shade, and I'm gonna make sure that like this point of the triangle down here at the bottom is kind of nice and intense. And then I'm just going to tap over the edge of where those two shades meet, just to get them to blend together a little bit more. So I wasn't planning on doing this before, but I think I want to add something else. So I'm going to take this Profusion small pointed eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pick up, where is it? I'm gonna pick up this kind of teal shade, and I'm just going to use that in the inner and outer portion of my lid. And I decided to go in with this because it's gonna match that shimmer just a little bit better than that green would. And it's also going to give some more depth to the corners. So I'm also going to take this brush and that same shade, and I'm going to put it in the inner and outer corners of my lower lash line. Instead of picking up that yellow that I used in my crease, I'm going to use this shade on the lower lash line, just because I don't want the lower lash line to be quite as bright. So that is still like a yellow tone, it's just a little bit dulled down. So I'm just going to blend out that kind of aqua teal shade. And I'm also going to kind of blend this outer corner a little bit with this color too. I'm going to wipe off this Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, and I'm actually going to put a very small amount of glitter primer on that. And I'm going to put that right in the middle of my lower lash line. And I'm only going to do the yellow gold shade on the lower lash line. I'm not going to use the green. I'm going to go back with this little pointed eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of that matte shade and just kind of wiggle it right next to that shimmer so they blend together better. And then I'm going to go back with this brush and no additional product. I'm going to take the ColourPop E10, which is like a nice pointed pencil brush, and I'm going to pick up this green shimmer, and I am going to pack that into my very inner corner. Okay, so that is the eye look. I'm going to go off camera, do lashes, liner, lips, mascara, all of that, and I will come back and show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the completed look, and I really like all three looks that I did. I can't say which one is my favorite, maybe the first one. But yeah, I don't think I could really pick. I'm so glad that I decided to pull this out and do three looks with it. I hadn't played with it in a long time, and I ended up using colors that I don't think I probably would have used when I originally got this. So I'm glad that I decided to do this three look video. So, I am wearing Kiss lashes. It's the Couture line, and these are in the style Brassiere. In my water line, I am wearing the Avon True Color Glimmer Sticks Diamonds eyeliner in the shade 24 Carats. And I just thought it went perfectly. And it's actually like, it's got little shimmers in it. It's really cute. Of course, I used my L'Oreal Telescopic. And then my lip combo is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Minute Man, the ColourPop Luxe Velvet in Can You Even? I think that's what it is, yeah. And the Luxe Gloss in the shade Overnight. I was gonna put a Luxe oil over top of it, and then I was like, no, wait a minute, the only way you ever wear the Luxe glosses is over top the velvet, so I needed to get some use out of one of those, and I thought that one went perfectly. So yeah, that is it for my three looks with this palette. If there are any videos that I've done first impressions on that you would like to see three looks, please leave it in the comments. Let me know. I'm like trying to figure out what my next ones are going to be, and I just have such a hard time choosing. So if there's anything that you guys want me to do three looks on, please just let me know. I'm more than happy to use whatever palettes you guys want. So yeah, I think that is going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. If you do, ring the notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post a new video. You can hop over to Instagram and follow me over there too. Everything will be listed in the description box down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.